Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today I am super excited because I'm actually going to try out one of the high-end brands that I am always referencing to in my videos where I review affordable makeup and budget makeup. So if you've watched any of my videos before, particularly say my eyeshadow review videos or just general kind of makeup review videos, you will probably have heard me say something to the effect of the following many times. I can't see how this $3.99 You Can Be eyeshadow palette, which is phenomenal, is that much different quality from a £100 Pat Mcgrath eyeshadow palette. I frequently kind of use Tom Ford, Charlotte Tilbury, maybe even Huda Beauty sometimes, but Pat Mcgrath is definitely one of those brands that's kind of up there. I think of like Pat Mcgrath and Natasha Denona as being extortionate. I mean, not in like a criminal sense, but the cost of their products is just so high. I have never really been able to kind of back that up with anything because I've not tried any of Pat Mcgrath's makeup before until today. Yeah, guys, I know. Can you actually believe it? Anwen, the budget bitch, she sat here, she's about to dip her makeup junkie fingers into Pat Mcgrath makeup. I mean, I just can't believe it. I'm not excited because of like, oh yeah, it's a super high-end brand. I'm just excited because finally I get to actually sample the quality of a very expensive brand. Going forward, when I'm trying out my more affordable makeup, I actually will have a strong foundation to actually be comparing the two. So the reason why I've ended up with this Pat Mcgrath makeup is because I just happened to go and look on her website one night and they were doing like a big flash sale. So I managed to buy these products for at least 50% off their usual price, and I mean literally, like, how could I refuse? Like, how it was like a gift from the gods saying, Anwen, look, here's a gift, you take it. Or don't, of course, but take it. This is my delivery that actually arrived yesterday, and I was just, I mean, I have to admit, yes, I was pretty excited to receive, you know, the product in this beautiful kind of mesmerising, very OTT actually packaging. I'm actually a little bit worried about like what's going to happen to these sequins when I open up this packaging. Like, where are they going to go? I just think that this is a special moment, you know, when you receive something that's kind of packaged up like this. It's extra, but I appreciate the extraness. Picked up an eyeshadow palette. This one is the Eye Ecstasy and it's in the shade Sublime. This is a quint palette, so it's got 5 different shades. I believe that each shade is a shimmer, so we don't have any mattes in here, which is going to make trying to create an eye look probably a bit challenging for me because I'm always used to having mattes, you know, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, this is just a whole new world for me. I also have 2 of the Lust lip glosses. I've got one in the shade Peach Perversion and I've got another one in the shade Future Femme. I also got a trio of their lip balms. These ones are the mini size, but I'm a huge fan of lip balms, so I mean, oh my gosh, how could I resist this? I think the lip balms were £12 for the pack. Usually they're about £35. The Quint palette cost me £14. Originally it's £28. And the Lust lip glosses cost £12 each, and I believe that originally they're about £26 each. If you're not familiar with Pat Mcgrath, she was described as being one of the most influential people in makeup. She is a makeup artist. She kind of worked her way up from doing runway shows and designing the makeup looks for the shows. Now she has created her own brand, which I have heard nothing but super positive things about. So we're going to begin with this eyeshadow palette today. I mean, I thought it would have, you know, one of those little like handy, you know, the rivets in that just helps you open it, but it don't. So that's a failing right there and there. Okay, so I'm just going to use my scissors to open this up. Like, what do I actually do with this bag now though? Oh, and already, yes, sequins have fountained out onto the floor. I mean, I think it's a really cool concept for packaging. It really kind of sets you up to feel this sense of like theatre and drama about the product. So it definitely does get my, you know, makeup junkie nerves are tingling, you know, for the beautiful makeup that I'm hopefully about to behold, but it's a little bit impractical. And I know that people have also, you know, made statements that from an environmental perspective, this probably is not necessarily the kindest kind of packaging solution to the environment. So anyway, it's a completely novel situation for me, because usually I've not got an example to show you, but you know, when I'm buying products from like AliExpress, they just come in like a little bag, and it's just like, you know, but it cost me $1.99, so I'm just like, okay, yeah, of course. Like, I don't expect you're gonna come in like a horse and carriage. I get it, you're in a bag, it's fine. Okay, so this is the Eye Ecstasy palette. I have to say that this feels cheap as feck, like super cheap. It's basically like, it's a plastic, but it's got like a soft plastic. I feel like it's got, you know, it's not super rigid. It reminds me quite a lot of, you know, like if it's the time of the month and you want to carry like a tampon or a little sanitary towel or whatever, and you can put them in these little boxes. It reminds me of one of those for some reason. I'm gonna, oh my gosh, this feels so cheap. Like, why does she feel so cheap? This was not what I was expecting. Like, I've literally tried eyeshadow palettes that cost £3 that feel a lot more luxurious than this. Do you know what though? Focusing on the actual product within the palette, I am a huge fan of this kind of a whole colour story. I am just again slightly thrown off by the fact that we do not have any mattes in here, but I think that, you know, this is obviously a day for trying new things, so I hope that I can create some kind of look without using a matte. So I do believe that the reason why Mcgrath decided to release these quints and release them for such an affordable price, because I know that their full price is £28, but when you compare that to her mothership palettes, which are anywhere between like £70 and £150, I think the idea behind releasing these smaller quints was they were hoping to appeal to, say, young people, students, the more budget crowd. Let's just put it that way. Potentially the idea was that they were going to try and lure them in with this palette to say, hey, just, you know what, sample our products, and then you'll be coming back and you'll be spending £150 on the next palette. So I kind of have a feeling that that's maybe where they were going with these smaller palettes, because honestly, you know, the packaging just feels very underwhelming. And I know that, you know, the mothership eyeshadow palettes, they have this really cool feature on them where it kind of looks very oldie worldy, where you've got a bit of string and you can like wrap it around the thing and it closes up, and it's like the kind of book that you might see in Harry Potter or something, but their packaging is always like super artistic, creative, whereas this is just like, I don't know, it's just like the most basic of the basic, like of the basic. I was not expecting that. So yeah, look, I mean, guys, what is this? Anyway, but do you know what? It's not about the packaging, it's about the product. So I'm just going to do some swatches, and then I'm just going to go in and just somehow create an eye look without faking matte. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to begin with the swatching. It feels kind of soft. This shade here, definitely, you can kind of see, I don't know, it's a bit crumbly. Oh my gosh, though, the shades are absolutely stunning. So watch there. Oh, that feels super crumbly. Can you see? It's really patchy. I mean, really patchy. And I don't know if that's just because it's not designed to be swatched, is it? But yeah, it was very crumbly, and actually it looks super patchy. And I do appreciate she's a duochrome, so, you know, that may be adding to this patchy appearance, but I just don't know. I'm not going to judge it too harshly yet. So this is the other shade, which definitely feels a lot smoother, much less crumbly. It just went on like a cream. Beautiful, but do you know what? I'm not actually seeing anything or feeling anything that I've not really experienced in a much more affordable palette, you know. Okay, so next we're going to go in with this shade, which feels so smooth. This shade, which feels a bit less smooth. This shade. Oh gosh, this icy kind of mint is so beautiful. Ah, wow, that's just, wow. I've never seen like a metallic look quite so like blinding. I'd say that these two right here, definitely, they were quite textured, feeling a bit dry and very crumbly. Anyway, we're going to swatch them, so I will swatch. Oh, get in there, wow. guys, that one is truly beautiful. Okay, so this one is the gold. Oh, beautiful, yes. And then this one is the darker. Okay, so I believe that this darker shade at the end, it almost looks to be like a matte, but with kind of lots of gold glitters. So I may even try and maybe use that in the crease, but oh, I have to use this beautiful Icy Mint today. They definitely do look absolutely beautiful, so I'm, you know, in no way arguing with that. I am kind of surprised by the differences in the feel of these 5 shadows. I think that they've decided, you know, because in my mind, like, my theory is that this is a kind of taster palette to try and, you know, give people the opportunity to try out Pat McGrath and then kind of lure them in, you know, to begin their first steps to bankruptcy. I think they've given you a whole different range of their different formulations. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of like marveling by how many gold sequins I actually have on my carpet right now. Do you know what? I just thought before I begin with the eye look, I'm going to apply one of the lip gloss Lust, because I can try one now and then another one at the end of the video. So as I said, I've got 2 different shades. Oh my gosh, so this looks beautiful. So this one is shade Future Femme, and it's a beautiful baby pink, and it features lots of little glitters. Oh my gosh guys, this one is and the packaging is very stylish and what I would expect from, you know, a super high-end like luxury brand. Okay, so the second lip gloss is Peach Perversion. So this one, again, it features lots of little kind of iridescent glitters in there, but this one is more peach. Oh my gosh, I just made a really good choice picking these, because at first I just picked the Femme Fatale one, or whatever she's called, Future Femme, I don't know. I picked this one and then I saw the peach and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I love peach. So I'm really glad that I actually got both, because they do look very different. I know some people, like Honeys, he would look at these and say they'd look identical, but to me, and I'm sure to you, they do definitely stand up on their own right. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, I think I am going to go in with Peach Perversion, which is an odd name, isn't it? Oh guys, this is so nice. Oh, and it has the most beautiful vanilla smell. It smells like, you know, MAC lipsticks. They've got that very sweet vanilla smell. It just smells like that. And we've also got this kind of curved doe foot, which is super fluffy, soft, and it also has a little bit of like flexibility to it. Do you know what? This actually does feel like a luxurious lip gloss. Sorry guys, I just can't get enough. Look at this. Oh, she smells delicious. And just look at that level of gloss that we've got. Oh yeah, do you know what? Yes. Would I pay £26 for her? Like, I don't know. She feels super comfortable. Like, she actually feels kind of like a lip balm, or, you know, like a Vaseline. Like, because she feels like really moisturising on the lips. But then she's obviously got this whole like bam bam. You can't really see the glitters in there, but they're just making the lips look like really like 3D and juicy. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I would pay £26 for this, but I would definitely say that the application was quite the luxurious experience, and I do think that, you know, you can't deny she does look really, really cute. Right, we're going to move on to the eye look, and I've decided after much consideration, I'm going to begin with this shade here, which is like a bronze, and I'm going to just apply that in my crease at the same place I would usually apply my initial kind of transition shade, and then I'm going to pop the beautiful Icy Mint onto my lid. I'm a little bit unsure here as to what brush to use, because obviously, like, I don't use like metallics in my crease, like, you know, it's like, you know, transition shade. It's a bit like, oh, this is an exciting moment for me. It's kind of like, you know, if say you'd only ever driven like Fiat cars or Skodas, and then all of a sudden you're driving a Lamborghini. Like, that's how it kind of feels. And I don't want to be disrespectful there, and I'm not saying that AliExpress brands or even drugstore brands are any better, you know, than these super luxury high-end brands, but it just kind of feels like, I don't know, what I just want to kind of experience today is, do I feel maybe like I'm treating myself more with this makeup? Does it feel better? Does it perform better? Does it look better? Or really, is it quite comparable to the more affordable makeup that I usually use? Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's do this. Okay, so yeah, that looks really nice. I love this kind of bronze shade. Oh, it just makes me think of, you know, like an antique. Oh, guys, you know what? Yes. Oh, I'm barely having to do anything. She's just blending herself here. And I'm really, really enjoying that because lazy. You know what I mean? Oh, do you know what? You never know. Maybe I will just start using metallics in my crease as transitional shades. Oh, guys, do you know what? No work is actually needed from me here. She is blending out like an absolute dream. Like I'm barely having to do anything. It's kind of like magic. I never would ever think of putting a metallic into, you know, like into my transition, but here I am doing it, and I just feel like, yeah, this just feels like, why have I never done this before? Oh, do you know what though? I do feel like, you know, my whole theory about them creating this palette to give opportunity to people that maybe can't afford their, you know, £100 palettes, an opportunity to try their makeup. Yeah, I definitely feel like now I want to try out some of their mattes because, like, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's just blending out like a dream. Like, it's almost blending out too easy. So I'm just going to do it the other side. By the way, I actually forgot to put on my eye base / primer today. I forgot in my excitement to actually use her today, but these shadows actually, they probably just don't need any help whatsoever. I feel like these shadows will probably be rather disgruntled to find that you'd dared use an eye primer, you know, before applying, because they're like, oh, we don't need that. Have you not heard? We're just amazing. It's like, honestly, I can't repeat enough how much these shadows are blending themselves. It's almost like, you know, before when I said it's almost like, you know, getting behind the wheel of a Lamborghini. It's actually like getting behind the wheel of a Tesla, because I just feel like these shadows, they go into autopilot and they're driving themselves. Like, oh my gosh, like this does feel kind of luxurious, do you know? It really, really does. Okay, right. I want to try out some of the other shadows, so I am just going to go in with a little bit of this cranberry, and I'm just going to go in with a smaller brush, tap off any excess, but nothing really came off, and I'm just going to pop this just like in the outer V. I can't really see that one has really come to life so much. Was this the one that was like the duochrome that was a bit patchy looking? Because if so, I don't really think I didn't like it, did I, that much? But anyway, I'm just going to keep applying that just in the outer V. Oh yeah, you can definitely see her there. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I think as well, I might just pop it on the inner corner, because I may attempt a spotlight eye today. I think that mint metallic would just look so beautiful, just like popping out center stage, you know, just taking all the glory. Like, yes, bitch, I am here. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on this inner portion of my eye. Oh yeah, guys, I have to say, these shadows are so easy to work with. Okay, so underneath the eye, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette, which is, I'd say, like a copper kind of shade, and it's kind of infused with gold glitters. So yeah, I feel like this one will be a good one for under the eye. This one definitely has a lot more fallout than the others that I've used. Oh God, yes. Oh my gosh, just look at that, guys. I just feel like all of a sudden my eyes look very bright, and like, do you know what, guys? If I'm being like super honest, which, you know, I always will. I came into this thinking, oh my gosh, I'm probably going to like the products, but I don't think there'll be anything special. It'll just be like, oh yeah, they were fine, just kind of very similar to, you know, all of the other makeup that I generally use. But I have to say, I am feeling like the way that these are blended and the appearance on the eyes is just something else. Like, they do look really, really good. And I didn't think there would be that much difference between the products, but yeah, I have to say that I've never used shadows that are as easy to blend, and actually that just look so beautiful. Oh no, I can just see my house is going to be repossessed. I'm going to have to sell a kidney. We're going to have to sell the car. It'll be fine because I'll have to have every single eyeshadow palette Pat Mcgrath has ever created now. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit more of this beautiful cranberry shade on the outer vagina. Okay, so guys, I am ready to go in with the star of the show, the beautiful Icy Mint. So I'm just going to take this on my finger. Just look at that. I mean, look at her, even from back here. Okay, so I'm just going to pop her in the centre of my lid. She feels almost like a bit wet. Oh, can you see that? Oh, guys, like, and I've not wet my finger. I've, you know, yeah, normally I have to like wet a shadow to get, you know, them to look this good, but she just looks amazing. She looks amazing. She looks so good. Oh my gosh. And like, keep in mind, I'm literally like, I'm using the lightest of pressures here as I'm applying her because I don't want to spread her out too far over the lid. So I'm just using the very lightest of pressure. And oh my gosh, she just, oh, I got a little bit there. Can you see? Oh, shit. Okay, right, I'll deal with that later. It's fine. I'm having too much fun right now to even care. Okay, so I'm just going to use this tiny little brush because I just want to get her exactly where I want her to be, you know. I'm also going to pop a little bit just down here. Okay, and I'm just going to take my big fluffy, oh no, no. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in with this beautiful cranberry shade, and I'm just going to work the edges just a little bit. Okay, so this is the finished eye look that we've got going on. I feel like, for some reason, the green is just popping a lot more on this side. So, I'm just going to apply a little bit more, just using my finger over here. I know that Pat Mcgrath really enjoys using her fingers. If you watch her applying makeup, she commonly just uses fingers. I'm in love, like, and I really was not expecting to love these shadows as much as I do, but I just think they just applied so beautifully, and they actually do look, I think, very expensive upon the lids. And another thing is, I think, you know, using that kind of, you know, the metallic shade in the crease, i.e. not using any mattes at all, has definitely made the look just, I feel, a bit more expensive, coupled with this beautiful lip gloss. I'm loving it all. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take this lip gloss off because I want us to have a look at the other one, and then I will apply some mascara. I'll finish off the eye look. Oh, we've still got the lip balms, of course. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so we're going to apply the Femme Future, or Future Femme, I think she was called. So, okay, so this one definitely, you know, you can see the difference. Like, this one almost has like, I'd say like lilac-y, a lilac shift going on. Ah, oh gosh. Do you know what? Yeah, I think I definitely do prefer the peach one. But that's not to say this one is not beautiful. And of course, you know, I'm applying them on bare lips. I think they would look beautiful, you know, over a liquid lipstick or just a lipstick. So, oh my gosh. I think that the glitters within this one are kind of a lilac-y, purpley kind of shaded. And that's why we've got a whole lot of kind of light look going on. Oh my gosh. Love. Love a lot more than I wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara, and then we're going to come back and we're going to check out the mini lip balm trio. This is the look after I've applied my mascara. Now I want to jump into the lip balm trio. So again, comes in the same extra packaging. So these are the Fetish Lip Balm Trio. We have a little picture on the back. These contain 1.2 grams of product each. Oh, look how cute they are. So adorable. Oh my gosh, these sequins. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a waste of sequins. Like, if we have some kind of sequin shortage in the world, it's going to be down to Pat Mcgrath. Okay, so these are what the lip balms look like. So cute. I compare them to a standard size MAC lipstick. You can kind of get an idea of their size. Okay, so I have the shade Blow Up, which looks like this, of course. These are lip balms, so you know they're not going to be like super pigmented like a lipstick. They look to be very sheer, beautiful, glossy nude. The next one is just described as being a clear lip balm, and it looks like this. I don't think we're going to see much here. Not really. You can definitely see kind of where I applied her, but yeah, there's no colour pigment in this one. And the last one is called Flesh 3. This one definitely looks to have some colour going on. Just swatch her hair. Okay, so this one is kind of like a cranberry kind of look. Again, very glossy, but also quite sheer. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this beautiful lip gloss, which I absolutely love. So I'm kind of begrudgingly removing her. Like, do I think that the lip glosses are like super duper special and like head and shoulders above other lip glosses I've tried? Probably not. Like, definitely not. I definitely think you're kind of, you know, you're kind of buying into the whole luxurious experience. But yeah, I must say I really do like those lip glosses. And if you were in the market to really treat yourself to like a very good lip gloss, I would recommend, or if you want to buy a gift for someone, or if you're just like a lip gloss fanatic, I definitely would think that it would probably be a nice treat to yourself if you did want to like splurge. Yeah, I think I like the lip glossy. But anyway, I'm not going to try the clear lip balm because I mean there's probably not much point, so I'm just going to try two of the shades, the first one being Blow Up, which again, it sounds kind of like a bit sexual. Really? I don't know. Maybe Pat Mcgrath is like a nymph. Oh, these have a bit of a funny smell. Like, they've not got that same sweet vanilla scent. So this reminds me a little bit in terms of like the feel and the look of the Colour Riche Shine Lip Balms by L'Oreal. They're very similar because I always say that this one is like a hybrid between a lip balm and a lipstick, in that it has a little bit of like colour pigment that you would get in a lipstick, but it has the comfort factor that you would get in a lip balm. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I don't particularly like the smell of this. I certainly would not be paying the full price for a lip balm from Pat Mcgrath. I'm definitely going to use this, but I would probably reach for my L'Oreal Colour Riche Shine over it any day. So like this costs $8.99 and the full size of this is like £24, I think. So no thanks. Just for shits and giggles, we're going to try the darker lip balm. This one's called Flesh 3. Okay, so this one definitely has a beautiful kind of level of colour payoff. I love the gloss. I feel like she's super comfortable, but again, I would much rather go for one of the L'Oreal Colour Riche Shine. it's definitely not in any way superior, in my opinion, to the L'Oreal. You could definitely skip the lip balms from Mcgrath. And that's not to say I dislike the look of them, I dislike the feel of them or anything. It's just that you don't need to be spending over £10 for a lip balm. You just don't. So I think if there's an area to like save your money, save it on the lip balm. I use, you know, the pots of Vaseline, and they cost me £1 and they're brilliant, and I can't imagine anything is going to be any better than that. If you want a lip balm that has like a bit of colour payoff with it, just go for the L'Oreal Colour Shine. Do it. Okay, so to end the video, I'm going to just pop the peach lip gloss back on because I really like that one. I decided that I was going to try the lip gloss on top of my favourite lipstick in the world, which is by NARS, and it's one of the Audacious lipsticks in the shade Julie, which is now discontinued, which, oh my gosh, like, it's the end of the world for me, honestly. So I've popped that on. As you can see, this has the most beautiful peach look, and I just thought the gloss would complement it really well. And yes, she does. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like I've reached perfection right here. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. I honestly thought that I would be sat here kind of saying that I was quite underwhelmed, but you know, I have to be honest. I was underwhelmed with the packaging of the eyeshadow palette, but I was most definitely overwhelmed with the actual quality of the product. Really enjoyed using an all kind of shimmer metallic palette. I feel like, you know, do we even need mattes anymore? Definitely I'm worried now that I'm going to want to buy another Mcgrath eyeshadow palette, which I think was the sneaky plan behind this quint. As I said, I just think this is to lure us in. It's kind of like, you know, in Hansel and Gretel, the sweet house full of sweets to lure the kids in. I just feel like that's what this palette is in makeup form. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for my bank account. Does it make me think any different or any less about the makeup that I usually use? No, because I still think that makeup is absolutely amazing for the most part. But I would definitely say that, yeah, I can see why Pat Mcgrath is an icon. I can see why she repeatedly gets overwhelmingly positive reviews, and I have the utmost respect for her because, yeah, I love what she's doing. I love everything she's doing. The lip balms, we discussed them, I wouldn't bother, but the lip glosses I really liked. I wouldn't say you need them, and I wouldn't say they're necessarily heads and shoulders better than other lip glosses that I've tried. But if you did want to like really treat yourself and you're a huge lip gloss fan, then yeah, I don't think you would be disappointed at all with these. I actually don't think my lips have ever looked better. And I know there's some feckers who are lurking who would say, Anwen, to your lips just look as fecked as usual. But no, I think they look good. I do, thank you. Oh my gosh, guys, this was a super fun video for me to make. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it, and I would definitely recommend just check in with the Pat Mcgrath website, because I'm sure she's going to be having flash sales again in future. I'm definitely going to be lurking around, honestly, because I will be looking for bargains to pick up. I don't think I could ever spend over £100 on an eyeshadow palette, no matter how good I heard it was. But I'm definitely going to be, you know, checking in with her website just on the hope that maybe she's doing like a flash sale again. I'm definitely going to be jumping all over that. So yeah, I would recommend that you have a look too if you do want to maybe pick up some bargains. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go, but thank you so much for watching the video today. Please let me know in the comments downstairs, what are your thoughts on Pat Mcgrath makeup? How do you think the products worked? Were you impressed? Were they what you expected from, you know, maybe what you've heard, and obviously the price point? I'd be really interested to hear your feedback as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.